space was all the rage, mainly due to I was a very naughty boy. His head, but I'm going to do it anyway because we're careless and reckless here. Guys, let's put it up the right way so we can actually see it properly.
Space transport requests permission to land.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
The back of the box, I guess. Not really much more we can say about that. Now, the chrome is something in these things that is absolutely awesome. So I might actually be taking that off. On the back here's like a parcel shelf for your space parcels. Hello there. When I was 5 years old, I had these guys, and they were the best toys ever. And in this video, I'm going to explain why.
Hello there.
Back in the 1980s, space was all the rage, mainly due to obviously Kenner and Palitoy had the license for the actual IP for, and they had that fantastic range of toys that we all know and love. Lego wanted to follow suit, so they made their space themed toys. And then Playmobile finally caught on in 1982, and they brought out this range of toys, which was an absolute fantastic range of toys. And I had quite a few of them back in the day. I had this ship, I had two of the slightly bigger shuttles, I think they were called, and I had the space station. Now, from all my original Playmobil space that I had, all that's left over is this sorry guy here. I say he's sorry because he's got very wobbly legs and, well, yeah, he's 40 odd years old and he can't really stand up properly anymore. He doesn't have a helmet. Well, he does have a helmet because I found one at a flea market, but it doesn't have the visor part that goes inside, so it doesn't really fit on his head properly. Now, what happened to my original, all the other ones, is basically I had them all in a big box, and obviously I played with them when I was a kid. Then my brother, I have a younger brother, he played with them when he was a kid. And then my young niece came along and she played with them when she was a kid. And then my sons played with them when they were kids, and my nephew played with them, and basically they got destroyed. So this guy only survived because he was I think he was in a box of my G.I. Joes, my Action Force. And I found him by surprise. And by the time I found him, all the other ones had, I think they got given away to charity in the end, apart from the few that were absolutely broken and got thrown in the dustbin. So now, having only this guy was a bit sad and lonely. So then I found this online, and I think it cost about 50 euros with the sending cost, say about 55 euros, which I thought was a really good price for an original toy from the 1980s, as I say, from about 1982. I don't actually know when they finished the range. Maybe I'll look it up. If I can find it, I will put it on the screen here. If I don't find it, you'll just see my finger doing this. Anyway, so I decided to buy it because I wanted it, obviously. Why else would you buy something? Now, this yellow dude obviously comes with a spaceship, and he does have a complete helmet. Only the visor bit is loose in the helmet, so it gets stuck to his head if you put it on his head. But I'm going to do it anyway because we're careless and reckless here. So there you go. Now, we have obviously a white dude and a yellow dude, and there was a third uniform or suit color, and that would have been red. Now, these guys are quite reminiscent of the astronauts in the film 2001. I believe they were also yellow and red. If I can find a clip, I'll put it on the screen now.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Now, they were the figures. If I spin the box around like this, hopefully we can see, if we ignore the ring glare, there obviously directly in the middle of the glaring ring is the red suited guy. They also had really cool droids. Now, I never had one of these droids, but I am on the lookout for one. So hopefully I can find one. And then you have the blue suited guys. Let's put it up the right way so we can actually see it properly. There we see one of the blue looking guys. He looks like he was from like some kind of space police or something. But I had a few of these guys as well. So I'm going to be looking out, trying to get some of those. They had really cool rocket packs as backpacks. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video and start again so that we can actually see the top of this box, because I can't really show it off without sort of doing that, and that's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Right, okay, back in a minute.
Somewhere beyond the stars, there is a world of pretend adventures just waiting for you with Playmobile people and their action vehicles.
Moon station to transport. Do you read? Space transport requests permission to land. Permission granted. Watch out for asteroids. Roger, Moonbase.
Playmobile makes pretending real, real fun.
Playmobile, everything from spaceships to pirate ships. Playmobile sets and characters sold separately from Shopper.
Okay, I have repositioned the camera and I've repositioned the lighting so we can actually see on the back of the box now. And there's this really cool promo shot on the back here. Now, the spaceships are actually slightly different to what they would have been. They're called Interspace and not Playmo Space. And the figures are actually slightly different colors, we can see there. And their space uniforms are slightly different. So I'm guessing, as I say, this was a promo shot and not actually what was put into production. Now, I did have all three of these spaceships plus the space station when I was younger. I was very, very fortunate, I guess, at the time. They must have been a birthday present when I was like, or Christmas present when I was five or six. And I so wanted Star Wars figures and Star Wars spaceships. And I'm guessing the Playmobil was slightly cheaper. And I ended up with the Playmobile instead. But that wasn't too bad. It was I definitely wasn't disappointed with it, that I remember. And I definitely remember playing with these quite a bit. But I'll explain more about that later. So there you go. That's kind of the back of the box, I guess. Not really much more we can say about that. So what we'll do now is actually have a look at the little spaceship that we got. And so here we have it. And it is a really, really nice little thing. Very, very basic, but it's got some fantastic design features. Now, first I want to talk about this small little pile of accessories that came with it here. Now, these guys, they weren't fighting in space. They were exploring in space. So they didn't have any guns, but they did have sort of space drills, mining equipment, and they had some kind of grippy claw thing. And then they had, well, this thing, which if anyone knows what this is supposed to be, please let me know in the comments, because I have absolutely no idea what that was supposed to be. Some kind of sniffer thing? Metal detector? No idea. And they also had a very shiny chromed radio. Now the chrome is something in these things that is absolutely awesome. When we look at the figures, you see we get all this chrome here on the breastplate, chromed ankle protectors, and a lovely chromed radio backpack there too. They also have these moon boots which can be removed, but I'm not going to dare remove them, because given that it's over 40-year-old plastic and quite hard, I would expect it just to break these clips off, and then well, then we wouldn't have any moon boots anymore, would we? Let's put him back over there before he accidentally disintegrates. He's just chilling out there on the back, taking it all in, just having a wonderful time. Look, he's smiling and everything. Now, the spaceship. Now, this doesn't have the correct sticker here on the front. It should be a number. If we bring the box back in just quickly, and we can look here, we get the number RG9-5 should be on the front. And this has instead the Playmo Space sticker on the front, which is actually upside down and not in the center. So that does set off my autism a little bit. So I might actually be taking that off. I'm not sure if you can get repost stickers or anything for these things, but I might have a look around to see if I can actually get the correct sticker on there. Actually, let me know in the comments what you think I should do. Should I take this off? Should I just leave it? Because obviously someone's put it on there and it was their toy and they were playing with it. Oh, actually, look. There we have the sticker on the sides. But double check on the box, and I can see it now immediately that it also has the number on the sides there. So maybe this sticker here was one over from someone's helmet or something. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think I should do with it. So, looking at the vehicle itself, as I say, it's very basic, it's very small, but it does have a wonderful piece of design on it. Canopy just unclips quite easily. Now, in the skis on both sides, you see we have 4 little holes, and those holes are perfectly made to fit all the accessories in so that they don't drift off into space. Now, we also have holes here on the inside. I'm not quite sure what they're for, because none of the accessories will actually fit in them, or if you do sort of fit an accessory in there, right, no, that's not even going to fit. I don't want to force anything in case it breaks, but if you do manage to fit something in there, then you can't fit the spaceman into the seat. You also have the radio. The radio doesn't actually fit anywhere inside either. Now, I did see that on the back here's like a parcel shelf for your space parcels, but also it's just not big enough for the radio to fit. The antenna sort of gets stuck. Now maybe I'm looking at it now, maybe we can fit it up like that. We can sort of just wedge it into the back. It's not really fantastic. I'm sure pretty much every child wedged something in there at some stage. I'm sure I probably did it with my original ones as well. Now, you see it does have this sort of molded bit here on the back of the seat, and we can actually fit our spaceman in there because it's molded to the shape of his backpack. So he doesn't have to die in space whilst trying to get into his spaceship. Now, something that was really good with the space station is that it actually came with airlocks, so that you guys could get in and out of it without dying. And there we go. And now we just put the cap on like that. Cap, the cockpit cover, and it just about fits. His helmet is actually pushing on the inside of it, but it does fit. And we have our thrusters here, which are, these ones are a little bit loosey-goosey, but they are on a little ratchet system so that they don't immediately drop. Yeah, this one doesn't have the ratchet system anymore. So, but as I say, it's over 40 years old, and that's pretty much it. Now, why I said these were quite important back in the day and such a fantastic toy is because even though if you put a Playmobil figure here and you put, say, a Star Wars figure here, the Star Wars figure does have a height advantage to the Playmobil figure. But if we sit him down, Luke Skywalker here does actually fit inside of our Playmo space fighter. So you can imagine back in the day, I had right old fun with this, considering that I didn't have, I think I had one X-Wing at the time. So I had to make do. And these were great. And they, from what I remember, the Star Wars figures fitted in all the Playmo space vehicles. And I definitely remember playing with them in the big playset, the space station, and that actually being sort of like a stand-in for Cloud City. So there you go. My sort of make-do Kenner Playmobile spaceship. I can't get him out now. Oh well, he's going to sit in there and I will get him out later. Of course I can't get him out. It's because I'm filming it, isn't it? Right. Anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Share with anyone that you think might enjoy this video. And if you had these toys when you were young, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one. And just to prove I got him out, here he is, out of his little fighter. I was a very naughty boy.